Good evening, everybody. We are coming back to present the next topic. The current topic is related to a very critical topic in writing research article, which it is writing abstract. What is the abstract? What is the purpose of the abstract? How to write the abstract? How to make the abstract impressive? What are the main criteria you have to consider when you write your abstract in your research paper, review paper, short communication, thesis, either master or PhD, or whatever the research product. We want to uh, write, explain, and show you some steps, practical steps online within the today presentation. First of all, abstract is very important. After the title, the first section which attracts the reader's attention is abstract. This is for two reasons. The first reason is related to the fact that usually thesis, PhD thesis for example, is written, for example, 60,000 words. In that case, the reader doesn't have time to read the whole thesis to understand. Or a research article length is about, for example, 2,000 to 5,000 words. People have not time to read the whole thesis or research article. They need to focus on your abstract to understand what is the main topic. If that topic related to their field, then they will go ahead, read your article or your thesis, and try to contact you if they need you. Or they just read your article, maybe they cite your article or thesis in their research work. This is first reason. The second reason is related to the fact that, especially for research articles, most of publishers charge people when they want to download or read the research article because of the copyright. And usually publishers only provide the abstract. In that case, researchers, when they read your abstract, they can understand how did you conduct your research, what is your topic, your research topic, and what conclusion you have reached, what are the findings of your research. For that reason, writing abstract is a kind of art, exactly. Focus on this point. It is like performing an art. You have to do it very precisely, and you should prepare for it very well. So let us come to the point. What is the abstract? Abstract is the backbone of your research. It's the like after the after the title, which it is the gate, main gate of the house. Abstract is the secondary gate when the people come to the rooms of the house. In that case, your abstract should reflect the whole of your research article, from the introduction to conclusion. All sections like introduction, methodology, result, discussion, and conclusion sections should be included in the abstract, which it is limited. For example, some journals require maximum 200. Some of them only 150 words. Few of journals even they limited it to only maximum 100 words. So in a very limited paragraph, you have to write and express whole sections, theoretical background, methodology you have done, the most important finding, and the conclusion and recommendation that you propose to other researchers to follow in their future proposed research. This is the abstract. What is the purpose of abstract? As we explained is because usually people cannot read your research article in the whole, or publishers restrict the access to their papers. For that reason, you need to have very precise abstract that exactly represent your work without exaggeration or limitation. So how make the abstract attractive? We will come to that point later. But what are the main components for your abstract? First of all is a concise description of your research. Make it very short and straightforward. Second, all your section should be included. Introduction, methodology and materials, result, discussion and conclusion section. Another important point, you have to write it in active voice rather than passive voice. And also, you have to include the problem statement. Problem statement is what is the problem? Why you have done this research? What methodology you have done? What result you get? What is the conclusion of your research? Some people may be surprised with that. How the whole paper, for example, a paper with 2,000 words can include in an abstract which it is only 100 or 150 words. How you can do that? I will show you an example which it is my own paper, previous paper, published in International Journal of Refractory and Hard Materials. Let us see how I have done that. This is my previous paper. You can find it in this journal, published in Elsevier in 2019. This is very important point. The first one, when people look at the or search for your product, they look at the title. Imagine people look at the title first. This is the main gate. Before we come to the abstract, the title should be very concise and represent the whole work. Read, tougher and harder ZTI, this is name of the material, composite through in situ microstructural formation of lanthanum magnesium hexaluminate. This is the name of material. The title tell you we have obtained ZTI composite with its high fracture toughness and hardness through in situ formation and change of the microstructure through formation or in situ formation, which means that formed during synthetic process, during chemical reaction of this material. So the title is very short word, tell you that. Maybe we specify a specified presentation for the title. Now we come to the point because we explained how to express your abstract. My abstract is only 150 words. Abstract is 150 words. I included the whole paper. So without reading my whole paper now, from the top to the bottom, only reading through abstract, you can get my idea. For example, in the first sentence of the abstract, advanced ceramic materials are highly demanded for various modern industrial and practical engineering application. So this is the like theoretical background that advanced ceramic material are in demand for industry. Nonetheless, the requirement of attachment hard and simultaneously tough materials is a crucial matter for industrial sectors. Means there is a problem. This sentence tells you there is a problem that in the industry they want material have high hardness and meantime have high fracture toughness. So right now it's only background, only introduction. So now we come to problem statement. To accomplish this target, the strategy of designing a novel microstructure of zirconia toughened ceramic was utilized through in situ formation of LMA based on the stoichiometry ratio of constitute oxide inside ZTA composite during sinteric process. So this sentence tells you what is this research about. My research is about obtain an advanced ceramic material is called ZTA, have high fracture toughness and meantime have high hardness through design a microstructure. How we design microstructure? Through in situ formation of LMA. This is name of the material. In situ formation means creation of the new secondary phase during sintering process through chemical reaction. Based on stoichiometry ratio. Stoichiometry ratio means the ratio of constitute to obtain this LMA would be specified with specific ratio inside ZTA. So this sentence tell you what is the story of this research. After that, we focus on methodology. Let's say, what is the methodology? The methodology tells you ZTA samples were conventionally sintered at 1,600 degrees for 2 hours to ensure full formation of LMA, while the characteristics were analyzed using SEM, EDX, and XRD. So this sentence tells you the methodology. ZTI sample was produced by conventional, means pressureless sintering, with this temperature and this time, holding time, to ensure that this material in situ format inside and the characteristics of this microstructure and phase formation, we used SEM, EDX for chemical composition, and XRD for crystallinity analysis of this composite. What we have got. So right now we finished methodology. The LMA elongated grain significantly enhances ZTA's fracture toughness due to crack deflection and crack bridging mechanism combined with transgranular and intergranular fracture modes. This is one of the result or discussion. Let us say discussion. with the formation elongated grain, because this LMA has a structure of elongated shape inside microstructure. Enhanced the fracture toughness or indentation fracture resistance, KIFR means the same fracture toughness, through crack deflection and crack bridging mechanism, with having both transgranular and intergranular fracture mode. This is one of the discussion. Additionally, higher hardness was obtained. Why? Because creating of LMA have higher density of the microstructure and reduces the porosity, as well as interface bonding between LMA and ZTA grains became stronger. So the hardness, as a result of these three important parameter, increases. So this is another discussion. Now we come to next sentence. The fracture toughness was stable while hardness was steadily declined due to more porosity accompanied by LMA in situ formation. So for a while, until a specific addition of this or formation of LMA, the hardness and fracture toughness increases. After that, the fracture toughness was stable with more formation of LMA, but hardness decreased with more formation of LMA. Why? Because of creation of more porosity. Consequently, as a result, sustainable high hardness and enhanced fracture toughness of ZTH ceramic were achieved. Now we come to the result. We don't report the whole result, only the most important finding. The optimum outcome were superior fracture toughness this value and hardness this value, which they are higher than this value for pure ZTA. So compare for pure ZTA, we have 5.9 for fracture toughness, but after addition or in situ formation of LMA, we have 7.8. So the people that they have knowledge in this field, they know this is a reasonable increase. For hardness, we have this value, 1568 HV, with in situ formation of LMA, it raised to 1660 HV. So it is a reasonable improvement. In the final sentence, we give conclusion. This investigation provides a new note for future design and fabrication of economic and high-performance ceramic through in situ formation of LMA according to the stoichiometric ratio of the reinforcing oxides. So what does the last sentence tell us in the abstract? Tell us that with following stoichiometric ratio inside ZTA matrices using sintering technique or method, we can design a new microstructure, and in that way we can increase both hardness and fracture toughness in the same time. So this is the answer of the problem statement here, where it say the requirement of attainment hard and simultaneously tough material is a crucial matter in industrial sector. So this is the problem statement. The answer is here. So this is the art of writing the abstract. Should include the whole from introduction to conclusion. All should have the reasonable, suitable flow of writing. Should be link between them. For example, here from first sentence we have the background in introduction, then problem statement. After that, To solve this problem, what we have done, this sentence tells us. After that, what is the methodology we have done? After that, what we get, we explain. And the most important finding, we don't need to, because when you read the paper, I don't want to present my paper in whole, but I just want to tell you, when you read my paper, you find too many data. But now I present only the most important one to attract the reader. After that, give the conclusion, and this conclusion is answer for the problem statement. This is the art of writing the abstract. So now we uh, come back to the main point, how to write an effective abstract. So you should conclude all this part. And also the knowledge that you read, should you write in a very simple and understandable language. Use keywords that this keyword exactly used in the paper. And another important point, you have to write the abstract like I wrote my abstract in a way that attract reader to read the next sentence. When they read the first sentence, they go ahead to read the second sentence and should be link between these two sentences until they reach to the end of the abstract. All should have linked together in a academic way, or in a way that it will be understandable to readers. To show you the keyword, because here talk about keyword, let us show you that one. What is the keyword? If you look at my paper, you can see the keyword, yeah? Beside here, we have this keyword. For example, the keyword that you choose should be exactly the main word that related to your research. For example, my material is ZTA. How I improve the mechanical property through microstructure design. What has happened during that in situ formation? In situ formation of what? LMA. How was the LMA grain? Elongated shape. Elongated shape. So this keyword tells the people what I have done. Of course, I have to mention to hardness and fracture toughness, but this journal has limitation to only 5 keywords. So in that case, you cannot put more than 5. You have to be very precise and concise to choose the most important keyword. So some journals have limitation to 5 keywords, some of them have limitation to 6 and so on. But anyway, you have to be very careful in that case. So now your abstract is complete. But how you make your abstract to attract reader and other people read it? For example, use appropriate keywords. The keyword exactly related to your research article or thesis. Another one, you write very clear abstract. Don't write anything that it doesn't exist in your research paper. And don't play with words, because in abstract you don't have time, space to play with words. Use a simple, understandable, and concise. Be concise. And also, it should be linked between different between different parts, different sentences, like I have done. Why this is important? Because usually for abstract, when people they search in Science Direct Publisher, for example, or in Google directly, the search engine usually direct people to the keyword and the word is in the abstract. That is why you should make sure that you use the words that it is quite related to your research, because you have limitation of wording in abstract, either 100 word, 150, 200. Even without limitation, you cannot write too much in the abstract, maybe maximum 250, which it is still limited. That is why you have to use the words that they are quite connected with your research product. There is another important parameter. This is for research article. How if you write a review paper? Let us see an example of my review paper, which I am writing it now. For the review paper, as we can see here, we have introduction, but after that we don't have methodology. We don't have a result and discussion. So how to write the review paper? And finally, we have conclusion, but we don't have methodology. We don't have result. We don't have a discussion sections. So for review paper, in the same manner, you have first time write one sentence about the theoretical background. For example, in my case, I wrote, ZTA is an innovative ceramic composite for an advanced industrial application. Because of its superior mechanical properties compared to both pure alumina and zirconia. When anybody read my review paper, he get an idea that ZTA is more important than alumina and zirconia. Both of them, when they sinter together, they create ZTA. But the mechanical properties of ZTA is superior than the constitute, which they are alumina and zirconia. Hence, it used extensively in industry. So this is the background of the research. Here, explain the next sentence. Therefore, numerous efforts have been conducted to further improve ZTA mechanical properties to meet the requirement of cutting-edge technological demand. For these merits, ZTA was further improved. Still, people improve the hardness and fracture toughness as well as strength to be used widely in industry. There is one difference between review paper and research article. In the research article, usually we cannot cite reference in the abstract. In the research article, in the previous example, there is no space for reference. However, for the review paper, we can do that if it is very necessary, like in my case, because the last review in my subject topic was done in 1989. After that, a lot of progress happened in that field, but nobody done review. So I went to do the review. So I mentioned it in the introduction abstract, about this point. So after that, according to the progress, I go further until in the final sentence, this review managed to report the most recent progress in this regard and suggested for future research work for further ZTA mechanical properties improvement. So this review reported the whole work that have done to improve the mechanical properties of ZTA and recommend for future research what should be done to improve ZTA further and how these possible replacement for other advanced material, because other advanced material are expensive. ZTA is considered cheaper than them. How we improve the ZTA and replace this material in the industry. So now we have one more point about abstract, which it is graphical abstract. This is also very important, is how we represent this abstract in graph instead in word. This is very important, but this will be for next presentation. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much for your sharing, listening, writing comment, your question, feedback. Thank you.